about this. So it's been about an hour that I've spent working on this, trying to get this thing to work how I want. And the biggest issue is just balance. And when you take a turn or something like that, it's a little tricky to work out. And from what I can tell, I don't know how else to make this so it works better than this, but this is essentially the design over here. Now, the cool thing about it is that I wanted to make it transform and fold up on itself, and I had a couple different things set up where like the big wheels kind of came together in the back and they were spread apart at first, and it just was like kind of unnecessary. And to get which I'll explain here in a bit, to get this next part to work, it was a little tricky with that scenario, and so I kind of had to go back to a straight method versus like something that kind of transforms and comes together, which was the original idea, was to get everything to kind of move into place, and then it becomes a motorcycle, which is not really a motorcycle really, and you'll see what I mean. I don't know if there's a way to even do it short of thrusters to balance yourself out or whatever. And then just some different transforming type of deal, and then some weight balancing issues, and but I think I got it working quite well. And so when you hop into it, the first thing you can do is unfold the front part, and then when you hit 1, it folds out like that. And then these things on the side are the counters. So when I turn, it'll touch the ground and kind of counteract the fact of flipping over. Now, let me explain a couple things. So I tried with a different setup other than these and just tried to go for straight balance. Well, nothing I do could get it to actually balance out. Then I did try to do a counterweight where if I turned this way, the weight would turn the other way and try to balance me out that way. But the issue with that is that I couldn't get it to work. But I do think probably the best way to do that would be to put like a bearing here or something, and then add some weight on this side, and then when you turn one direction, it would turn the opposite direction to kind of balance you out. But the thing is that once you straighten back out, the weight doesn't shift fast enough, and so you just flip the other way. And so this was the most effective method that I could find to getting it to work. And obviously you can tell it's not really it doesn't really look like a motorcycle. I mean, it's the furthest thing from it, in my opinion. It kind of has a good look to it, but it doesn't do justice to what I was kind of going for. So it drives very, very well. It's able to turn even. Not the greatest, but I did find that the turning had something to do with how much power was given to the front. And so I think I have the front wheels at like a 4 power on one engine and the back wheels on 2 or 3 or something like that. And that way I still have a little bit of forward momentum, but also it has enough power to turn, which is interesting because when I lowered it down, I wasn't able to turn quite well. Now the only problem with these arms is that if I hit a hill, I'll get snagged on it. So let me just show you. I go up. Well, I guess it didn't do it that time. If I go up and over a shallow hill, let me see if I can find one. It can get caught on the back, but maybe I am. Actually, I think I might have improved the design because I changed the angle at which the arms come out, and it seems to be working a lot better than what it was at first. And so you can see it's touching the ground right there when I turn. But look at how well the turn is. The turn is quite tight. It's not the tightest, but you can turn quite well with this thing. And so, oh, there we go. So here we go. Hit an issue. But if that happens, all I have to do is quickly raise it and drop it back down, and then I can kind of move along, and then I fix my issue. Alternatively, let's say that I completely bottom out. I can just hit 1 and bottom out completely and then put it back down, and then it'll push me back over. And so there are some tricks to this, and but ultimately, I mean, it works quite well for a simple design. There's not much to it, and I'll show you how to make it so you guys can see for yourself and maybe try it out. And I'm sure that there are other people out there who have a better design than this. Maybe it looks cooler, or there we go. So, but then all I got to do is just do that, and then we're back to normal. And so it's a quick, easy method. You could do thrusters and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just feel like that's too much work to use sensors and stuff. And I mean, it'd probably work better, but it's also, I don't know. It it doesn't have the same feel as what this does. And so I'm quite pleased with this design. We're going off-road here a little bit. We'll see how we do here. I'm quite pleased with this design, as it does work quite well, and it achieves exactly what I wanted to do. It's kind of cheating with the sidearms there, but that's the most effective way. But I mean, you can see I can drive it like this. So for straightaways, maybe we do that. But if we want to turn, we put it down. So see, there we go. There's an issue right there. So it just flips over very, very easily. But you can turn and stuff like this. You just have to be very careful. But you can roll like this if you want to. And so we do have, you know, kind of that design. It looks pretty good in my opinion. And but I just like that because it's like a self-stabilizer, and it just stabilizes yourself back out, and you get a pretty good roll there in terms of how to set yourself back up. Now, so what I thought we would do is I thought I would show you how to do this because it is very simple. Let me fold that out first and then hop out because it freaks out if I try to get out at first. Okay, so what I did, basically, there's just tons of stuff. It's all compact, and so this is going to be pretty hard to follow. But maybe I'll do it without the connecting tool. And so I have 2 bearings here and 2 bearings in the back. And when I hit one switch, they both fold out. And then this one is just simply on another bearing and another bearing. And so when I hit 2, that part folds out. Now, the thing with this is that these are actually at specific angles. I think 120 and then 90. Yeah, 120. So when it folds down the first time, it goes to 120. And then since it's already folded down, you only need to do 90 on the second part of the wheel. And so just to kind of show you. So 1 folds it out. And then since it's like that, which this, you don't even need to do this. This is just like an added cool thing that I did. So there's 2 stages to the conversion. So it's almost like you're opening it up and then you fold it down. And so you don't even need to do that really. But I don't know, it's just cool. And then also another important thing to know is where you put your suspension, because if you put it too close to the wheels, it's going to freak out on you. And so, yeah, that's as simple as that is. And then this is a little different because I had to kind of put them on the side here. But these are just connected on each side right here. And then these are set to go down 120. And so when you fold this out, it goes down 120. And the thing is that you want to kind of figure out the length of these, how long you want it, because you can do different angles, but I chose to do at 120 and then 2 extra small ones on the end, so that way it's as close to the ground as I possibly can get it, but high enough so I can avoid most hills and I don't bottom out, and then it gives me a quick turn. And so you could adjust this if you wanted to, but that's just kind of what I went with. And so other than that, it's a very symmetrical looking design. It's very simple to do, and you know, I guess we can try to replicate this. Let's go ahead and do that. Why don't we? So let me just go put this back to the main stage here. Let me get on there we go. And we'll just keep it, let's put it over here. Okay. So what you do to start with, what I did to start with was I just made a flat area like this, and I put my driver's seat as close to the edge as I possibly could, so like that, and then I got rid of everything to start with, just to kind of have a nice little base. And so then I did 1 on each side, and you know obviously you can make it look different if you guys want to. I'm just kind of showing you what I did, and I think I made a square, a square around it. And so then now that was made, these orange parts are just kind of add-ons. Like they don't actually need to even be there. That's just kind of, it's just a cool thing. Okay, so then I did 1, 2, 3 in the back. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3 is already set up. And then what you need to do here is add your 2 bearings for your side arms. And just build everything up to start with, because that's going to let you have the easiest time when you're working with stuff. Okay, so there's the side arms. And I don't think I built these last, I think, because there was just something to mess with. And then I carved out a little area for my controller. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but that's just what I did, just to hide it. And I was gonna try to go for a compact hidden design, but it didn't work out. That's kind of what I've been trying to do, is have compact hidden stuff more so lately. Okay, so then this is very important, having these wheels high enough so they don't hit your driver's seat here. And so it's pretty simple. All you do is just put your 2 bearings down here, and then let's just get all of these out, and then have it come out 1. It's 1, right? Yeah, 1. And then just build everything up in the upward position to start with, so it's the easiest. So it's easy to work with. I think I just said that actually. I'm just repeating myself now. And then I did 2. Whoops. And then just put down your, and then your big wheels. Make sure you put your bearings on, and it is important to power these. Actually, did I go over 1? What did I do here? I think I built these out more. Just kind of got to work with it until you figure out the best way to do it. What did I do? What's the difference? So that arm is actually lined up with that arm. Oh, it's one more out. Yeah, okay. Whoops, my bad. See, that's why you build the arms last. Crap! Because you don't need to have those in the way to start with. But since I've already built it, I'll just kind of go with it. And then I have to just completely bring all this stuff back out, man. I wish you had more spots on the bottom. I don't know why they limit that. It really don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. There's really no need to. I mean, maybe in like the campaign type of survival stuff, but like, what's the point of doing it right now when you're in creative? Give us like 15 spots down there. Or even more than that. This is why you need your seat out, so you don't have to jump like an idiot. Yeah. Don't want to mess it up. Gotta get it perfect. Okay. So, freaking bearings. All right, here we go. And then it should be good. Oh, we need our concrete block. Just get rid of the switch for now. We don't need that. All right, at the moment. Yeah, there we go. And then these go up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Do I have 2 spots in the back here? Just 1. Something's already messed up. It shouldn't actually matter, okay? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It should be totally fine. You get the idea. It's gonna work. We've got it going how we want it to go. Okay, so this is the kind of the weird part. You gotta have them come together, and it doesn't work perfectly, and so you kind of have to work with what you got in terms of like your wheels. Yeah, I went out 1. Okay. Because the wheels are off like barely like a pixel, but it really messes everything up. It's crazy how messed up things can get as a result. And then where do I have my second bearings at? Oh, I need my turning ones. Yeah. It's gotta be able to turn, you know? And so you can actually put these down at the very bottom, like right by the wheels if you want to. I just chose to do it right here. But like it doesn't really matter. You get the same movement no matter what you do. So you don't need to actually do this. Okay, and then I had this right here. Oh crap. I didn't mean to get rid of that. And then I had a block. And then this came out and over. So like that. So it comes out 1 for this design. For this design, okay guys, for my design, that's what happens. And then it was just a matter of, how many did I do it? I think I had like, it's got to come together for the wheels. I had like a couple different designs set up at first for this, and then I think I went back to kind of the curly gray things, because there are different ways you can do this. Yeah, that's it right there. And then, I mean, it's really, really simple to do. It's a really simple design. Okay. And that is pretty much it for that part. And then now, all we need to do is actually connect up everything. So, let's start with the front here. Let's set up our driving. Okay, and then let's have this part in the front here. These to the front. These to the front. And so we want it to fold out on blue. Blue, blue. So let's see, 120, 120, 90, 90. And then kind of what I do in my process of how I do things is I will put down my switches and everything first, connect everything up, and then drop the lift and then test it. Okay, so that wasn't not a 2-stage, so we need to remember to do the 2-stage. Now, I think I would, oh, see, that's what it does if you don't do it right. I think actually what I would like to do is set 3 and 4 to be delayed instead of on a whole nother controller. So let's just do it delayed. And then we get one fluid motion from one switch. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so then let's go ahead and set these up. And so blue, and what do we have this set to? What is it, 120? 120, I believe. And so then we need to connect this up to another switch. Okay, there we go with that. And then last but not least, we just need to hook these up to this one. Oh, le crap! La crap! It's happening! Oh no! Okay, and so then we need this to go... What is it? Just... What did I do? Did I just do 90? I can't remember. It shouldn't make a difference back here in the back with how this is set up. Oh, actually... No. This needs to be connected to switch 1. Yeah. So now if we hit 1, there's a 2-stage, and there's a second. So we kind of simplified it. Okay, so that is the bare bones right there. And now what we need to do is add in our engines. And you can make it look cool if you want. And I think I did 3 in the back. Gotta connect these up first. I always forget to do it. Well, I don't always forget, but it happens sometimes, and then you're in trouble having to go chase down your vehicle. That's why you gotta have your lift handy. And then I think I had these on 4. This on 4. Okay. So that is the basic design right there. And then everything else was just kind of like for looks. So that's how I made it. Pretty simple. Not a whole lot to it. Of course, we have the turning freaking backwards like always. And I'd be interested to know if you guys can get this same type of design to work with like a counterbalance or something like that. I think that's why I had it on 2-stage, so I can get out of it without having to do that. So I can just leave it like this if I wanted to. Yeah, let me know if you guys figure out how to get this to work with like a counterbalance or something. If there's another way you guys think would be more effective for getting it so if it started to like turn, it wouldn't like flip over or something. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts about this? Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, click that thumbs up button below. Feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel.